Ever wonder why we pray? It's a question that cuts across every culture, every religion, every corner of human history. From a quiet whisper in a lonely room to a chorus of voices in a grand cathedral, the act of prayer is as human as breathing. But what are we actually doing when we pray? Are we trying to change God's mind? Or are we trying to change ourselves? Let's dive deep into one of the most mysterious and powerful aspects of human experience. So, why do humans pray? Psychologically, it's a powerful coping mechanism. When we feel lost, scared, or overwhelmed, prayer offers a sense of control and connection. It's like sending out a signal into the universe, saying, "I'm here, and I need help." This act alone can reduce anxiety and provide a profound sense of comfort. It organizes our thoughts and verbalizes our deepest fears and hopes, which is a therapeutic process in itself. When you articulate what's troubling you, even to an unseen listener, you're already taking the first step toward understanding and managing it. It's not just wishful thinking. It's a mental exercise that anchors us in moments of turmoil. Spiritually, prayer is about communion. It's the bridge we build to connect with something larger than ourselves, be it God, the universe, or a higher consciousness. It's a conversation, not a monologue. We're not just listing our demands. We're opening ourselves up to listen, to receive guidance, and to align our will with a divine purpose. This connection can bring a sense of peace and meaning that nothing else can. It's the feeling that you are not alone, that you are part of a grand, cosmic story. This spiritual dimension of prayer is what transforms it from a simple psychological tool into a life-altering practice. Now for a classic philosophical puzzle. Does prayer change God, or does it change us? It's a question that has intrigued theologians and thinkers for centuries. If God is so knowing and all-powerful, does our asking really change the divine plan? Many traditions suggest that the primary purpose of prayer is not to bend God's will to our own, but to align our will with God's. It's a process of transformation. When we pray, we enter a state of humility and introspection. We examine our desires, our motivations, and our place in the world. Through this process, we begin to see things from a different perspective. Our priorities shift, our hearts soften, and we become more receptive to the path that is meant for us. So, in a way, prayer changes us, which, in turn, changes how we experience the world and God's presence in it. We become the answer to our own prayers. So, how does an infinite, transcendent God listen to the tiny whispers of billions of people? This is where we step into the realm of theological mystery. Some traditions imagine God listening in a personal, direct way, like a parent listening to a child. Others see it more abstractly, where God is aware of the vibrations of our hearts and the intentions behind our words. The idea isn't necessarily that God has a giant cosmic ear, but that the very fabric of reality is infused with a divine consciousness that is intimately aware of our inner state. Whether you believe God intervenes directly or works through the natural laws of the universe and the actions of other people, the core belief is that our prayers are heard. They don't just vanish into the void. They register. They have an impact. They matter. This brings us to one of the toughest questions. Why are some prayers not answered? Or at least, not in the way we expect. We've all been there praying for something with all our heart, only to be met with silence. This can be deeply painful and can even shake our faith. There are a few ways to look at this. First, sometimes no or wait is the answer. We might be asking for something that isn't truly good for us in the long run, or the timing might not be right. We only see a small piece of the puzzle, while a higher wisdom sees the entire picture. It's like a child wanting to eat candy for dinner. The parent says no, not out of cruelty, but out of love and a better understanding of nutrition. Another perspective is that God's answers aren't always direct interventions. The answer might come in the form of newfound strength to endure a hardship, a sudden insight that changes our perspective, or the unexpected kindness of a stranger. We might be looking for a miracle to fall from the sky, when the answer is growing quietly within us or around us. The challenge is to have the wisdom and patience to recognize these subtle answers. Sometimes, the non-answer itself is the lesson, teaching us resilience, humility, and trust in a process larger than our immediate desires. Let's return to the psychological depth of prayer. Neuroscientists have studied the brains of people who pray or meditate regularly, and the findings are fascinating. These practices can actually change the structure of our brains. They strengthen the prefrontal cortex, which is associated with focus, emotional regulation, and decision. They can calm the amygdala, the brain's fear center. This is scientific evidence for what people of faith have known for millennia. Prayer has a real, tangible effect on our well-being. It fosters a state of mindfulness, pulling us out of the chaotic stream of our thoughts and grounding us in the present moment. This mental clarity allows us to approach our problems with a calmer, more creative mindset. Beyond just coping, prayer can be a source of profound joy and gratitude. It's not always about asking for things. Sometimes, the most powerful prayers are simple expressions of thanks. When we take a moment to acknowledge the good in our lives, the beauty of a sunset, the love of a friend, the simple gift of another day, we cultivate a mindset of abundance. This practice of gratitude has been shown to increase happiness and life satisfaction. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, rewiring our brains to notice the positive. In this way, prayer becomes a celebration of life itself, a joyful connection to the source of all good things. Ultimately, prayer is a deeply personal journey. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's a practice that meets you where you are. Whether you find comfort in the structured rituals of an ancient tradition or in a simple, spontaneous conversation with the universe, what matters is the intention in your heart. It's about opening a channel, whether you call it to God, to your higher self, or to the loving essence of the cosmos. It's a declaration that you are open to growth, open to love, and open to a mystery far greater than yourself. So the next time you feel the urge to pray, remember all the layers at play. You're not just talking into the air. You're engaging in a powerful act of psychological embarking on a spiritual quest for a connection, wrestling with profound philosophical questions, and participating in a timeless theological tradition. You are changing your brain, shaping your soul, and aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. Prayer isn't about getting what you want. It's about becoming who you are meant to be. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. If this exploration resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the big questions of life. Let me know your own thoughts and experiences with prayer in the comments below. See you in the next one.